Today I'm going to start a small little project here, nothing major, but I am not an expert roofer by any means, but this little basement entrance porch here, the roof was replaced probably, I don't know, 15 years ago. It's now has seen lots of wear and tear, mostly from the water that comes off of the roof. It beats down on that, and the sun curled up the edges. So it's about I don't know, 7 by 4 on each side, 30 square feet total each side. So we're gonna give it a go and see what we can do with this today and get these shingles off, everything cleaned up, and new shingles on. So hang around and we'll do this. Guess there's no turning back now. I'm going to try to keep the tar paper intact. I have some more tar paper in my garage, but it's been in a roll for 10 or 15 years, and it's probably going to be unmanageable. So let's just start tearing things off here and see what kind of a mess we can make or not make, and do this as painless as possible. Start at the top, do a little step ladder, and get up on there and start ripping. Doesn't take very long, really. So yeah, I'll try to save the tar paper that's underneath and get my starter strips going and put her all back together, hopefully before noon. So just a small little project. Come along. One of the biggest challenges here today, besides the cleanup, because I can't leave this mess laying around for the time, is going to be get all these nails out. I think once I get the roof cap off and get it started, I'll be able to pull it up, nails and all, but we'll see. I'll get a bigger shovel and try not to damage the tar paper underneath. See how it goes. So, kind of a little job here I've been putting off for a while. So, these projects are kind of fun little projects, I guess. It's not something I'd want to do for a living. Roofing's a very difficult job. People that do it well, and it's their everyday work. So it's a lot. There's a lot of nails in here. The fellow that put this on for me used to work for myself and my dad years ago. He was a heavy equipment operator and truck driver for us, but he was a master carpenter and just was a jack of all trades. So it's well put together, no question there. There's not a missing nail anywhere, so it'll be quite a job, but we'll get it off, no problem, before the sun gets around here too far, and clean things up and then put the new back on. So yeah, let's keep working at it. Very carefully around this flat. Don't want to damage that. Great job putting that all on there back in the day. this side off. Get these nails out. Clean it up a little bit. Touch up the tar paper some. And the other side cleaned off. Now it does so happen that there was so much tar on this side, which is great though. It didn't allow any water to get in. But in taking off the shingles, I ripped the tar paper some. So I'm gonna get a piece of tar paper and put over that, tuck it under the flashing, and get on with shingling this thing back up this afternoon and be done with it. Nice, neat, tidy job. Take my time and do it. But just a full disclosure, I in no way, shape, or form are a carpenter or a roofer, so don't take my advice on how any of this is to be done. I just kind of picked it up over the years, watching other people, working around other people that know what they're doing. It seemed like a pretty simple task to me, so it had to be done. This roof was wore out, I needed it tidied up. We're gonna host some events and some parties here over the summer, so you know, you want your roof looking good when people walk over, because right here from this deck, as you're walking in and out the patio, you know, it's in plain sight. So we're gonna keep picking away here. Gonna grab some lunch. Got some brook trout that I caught last year, digging them out of the freezer, put them in the frying pan, and have some nice New Brunswick brook trout for lunch. Good New Brunswick brook trout. Can't beat it. Starter strip going here, and put this thing together. Oh, it's too hot. Let's pull this back ever so gently. One in here. nice. Slight overhang. Yeah, so as I said before, I'm no expert at this. I do know enough to line up the tabs and make sure that that's middle way of the bottom tabs. I do have a nail showing there that I'll have to put some tar on later. But, you know, pretty straightforward, really. I don't know if you can really screw it up on a simple little roof like this, but, you know, stranger things have happened. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in New Brunswick. It's like, I'm just south of Oromocto, about 35 kilometers outside of Fredericton, and it's probably 26 degrees here right now, Celsius, middle of the afternoon, obviously, but, you know, it's going to get about as warm as it's going to get today, obviously, but this is on my to-do list, so I got to get it done. Little projects like this, let them go long enough, they never get done, never get accomplished. So you just push that tab down there like that, reach in, push that one down, that just rides down on the shingle below it. Quite something, really. Quite an invention. Anyway, I'm going to keep working away at this stuff, get this side finished, and then we'll move on to the other side. You know, I don't know how many people that follow my channel. I mean, I only have a handful of subscribers, but I don't know how many people follow my channel actually know what I do or understand what I do for a living, actually my job. And as you can see in the title, it says Outdoor MLA. Now, I put outdoor because I just enjoy being outdoors. I do all kinds of things outside. You know, I spend most of the winter, if I'm not working, on the weekends I'm outside, snowshoeing or whatever, clearing brush, doing whatnot. Summer, in the spare time, I'm either gardening or doing little jobs like this outside. But my real job, my paid job, is a member of the legislature here in New Brunswick. And for any of you that are familiar with those positions, know, you know, have a pretty good understanding of what I do on a day-to-day basis. And you know, for the most part, we don't have time to tinker at projects like this. You're pretty busy. Most of my colleagues of all parties we're just busy. We put these little odd jobs off, or we hire other people to do them for us. And you know, oftentimes they don't even get done. So, you know, let me turn you around here a little bit so you can see where I'm going. You know, we just don't get them done. We don't get to them. So, you know, I had a few hours today, so I thought I would pick away at this project that I've been meaning to get at for years, a few years now. This porch, actually, we built our house here 30 years ago, 1994, and it'll be 30 years this June we've been here in this place. And my father-in-law actually built this porch on the back of my house. It goes, we have a door that goes down into the basement. It was a requirement, you know, that was mandated on me when I got married. I used to work construction, obviously, many years ago before I got elected. Had a trucking company and did excavation and things like that. So I'd come home at night and I'd be filthy, like really filthy. So mandated to spend my come in the basement door, so I wouldn't get everything messed up in the house. So just flip that over and cut it. Yeah, I'm not great with heights either, so I just have to be careful there. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how this originated, and it's been a heck of a really good addition to have that basement door there. Just even for moving things in and out, and you know, garbage day and recycling and all that business. But so anyhow, this roof was replaced once already by a good friend of mine that used to work for me. Like I said earlier in the video, he's just an ace carpenter. He can do anything. I won't mention his name, but good friend of mine, great guy. He taught me how to work early. He taught me how to really work hard, and the value of hard work. You know, when I was younger, when you're younger, you think you're working hard, but sometimes you're really not. And he brought a lot of value to my workplace many years ago. So anyway, my job now, right? A member of the legislature, and you know, I got elected by 3 times here in the legislature in New Brunswick, and so I've got 10 years, be 10 years this fall under my belt that I've been elected. And you know, there's no greater satisfaction than representing people, your neighbors, your family, people you don't even know, in the legislative assembly. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. But you know, like everything else, all good things must come to an end, and it's time to move on. 10 years is a long time to be elected, and you know, elected life isn't what it used to be. I blame a lot of that on the South. Those people down below the south of the border have a different way of doing things. COVID didn't help. You know, COVID was a major factor in changing the way people tolerate how they're elected, and it was yeah. As I was saying earlier, serving people is different now. Society is different. Just gotta straighten this a little bit, maybe without dropping it. People, I think their tolerance for politics is a little different now. There's a lot of issues in the public now. You know, cost of living is nuts. People are having a hard time making ends meet. Inflation through the roof. All that COVID spending really, you know, initiated an inflation jump. There was so much money handed out back in the COVID years, and now we're really seeing the inflationary issues with that now. And with that comes, you know, mortgage rates rising and people wondering how they're going to pay their mortgage when it renews, the next time it renews, because you know, if you've got a mortgage, currently have a mortgage now at 2%, let's say, that was a pretty good rate for years, and you're going to renew in the coming months and you're going to be up around 5%. That's for some people, it's not attainable, it's not doable. So, you know, there's people are just having a hard time, and you know, I wouldn't trade my 10 years in the legislature for anything. Really, it's been a really good ride. A lot of things accomplished over those years. But you know, like everything else, sometimes if you're around too long, then you know, you get stale. Everybody has a shelf life in this business. So anyway, that's just kind of my 2 bits about how I feel about elected life. If you're not sure about it and you're thinking about doing it, you really need to talk to people that are in the business, people that actually represent. Find out what your expectations are and measure those, because it's not easy accomplishing things and moving files and and you know, getting things done for your constituents. You have to be on it 24/7. You have to be resilient. You can't let up on files. You have to push hard. Sometimes, you know, you interpret a policy different than the people that write them, and you have to work hard to explain your point of view sometimes to help people that are in need in your constituency. So there's challenges. There's a lot of challenges to it. You know, when I was first elected 10 years ago, there were a lot of infrastructure issues in the riding that I represent here, New Maryland Sunbury. You know, we'd just gone through a couple of really bad spring floods prior to that, and let's be honest, every 5 or 10 years there would be a big flood in, let's say, Hoyt or somewhere, and pipes would wash out and they just wouldn't get replaced properly or sized properly, and 5 years later you get a big rain, they'd wash out again, major roads. So I kind of made it my you know, my thing to work on a lot of the infrastructure in the riding, and have a lot of asphalt put down and chip seal and ditching and things like that. And I mean, there's lots more to do, but that was kind of my challenge. That was my that was what I was after. What I wanted to get done was better roads, because we've got a riding here that's, I think it's a special area with the number of waterfalls. And if you want to go on some waterfall adventures here in the riding, see some of our unique features, go check out the Facebook page for the Ormukto River Watershed Association. They've done some phenomenal work in the trail systems, and on a later video I'll take you on a little tour. Some of my previous videos I showed you some projects that the watershed have completed. In Fredericton Junction at Peterson's Rock, they replaced a blockhouse, which is, you know, from the early years, the War of 1812. Soldiers marched from Fredericton to St. Andrews to protect our border down there from the Americans, and along the way, along that trail, there was blockhouses built, and those blockhouses were there to make sure that, you know, sentry posts in those stations could monitor, you know, the waterways. And there's one in Ormukto as well. There's one in Fredericton Junction, one in St. Andrews, and they're all replicas of originals, but just a big part of our history. So go check out that Facebook page, Ormukto and Area River Watershed Association. The president there, Robin Hansen's been at it a long time, and like I say, I'm going to take you on a little trip, and we'll go see some of the amazing things that he's been able to improve upon with some government help, with some funding that I was able to help with. So there's lots of accomplishments, but as I go through some of my last summer here, I'll talk about some of the work that we've done with different items, hiring local people first and things like that, procuring items from New Brunswick first and whatnot. But hey, anyhow, it's starting to cloud a little bit. No rain in the forecast, but I think I better keep at this project here and get it finished, you know, before it rains. So we'll keep working at that, and I'll give you a couple updates as we go along here. I just cut that piece. Had to cut it, as you saw earlier. It's only a 7 foot by 4 foot on one side, so there's a lot of cutting involved. However, if I would stop dilly-dallying and talking so much, I would probably get more of it done quicker. So I'm going to work away at this, and I won't bore you with the cutting and the nailing. We'll give you an update once we get to the other side. So here it is, finished product. Both sides up, done. Roof cap on. Little tire patch on the last 2 nails. So that was fun, I guess. I don't know if you consider that fun, but it was a job that needed to be done. It is now complete. So give my channel a follow, subscribe, and I'll take you on some other more exciting adventures.